Well, good morning. Well, good afternoon, everyone. All right. Good afternoon. The mayor is here, guys. We got to show up. Good afternoon. All right. So my name is Christy Whitfield, and it is my honor to serve Mayor Bowser as the director of the Department of Small and Local Business Development. You know, it can't be said enough, but I think it is under the mayor's watchful eye and tremendous leadership that we're able to be here together in person. And it's an honor to see all of you here in person and not in tiny little screens, across the city. And I think that, when we say DC is open, this is a testament to that. So give yourselves a round of applause. I want to commend and thank the Chamber for amazing work and amazing partnership on behalf of small businesses. And, Angela's 2 years at the helm here almost, and now 21 years here in the city. We are honored to have you as our friend, as our partner, as our advocate, and our teammate. And so thank you and congratulations. So when the mayor says that businesses are open, she doesn't just mean, that the city's ready to come back as it is. We're saying better, faster, stronger, bigger, right? This is the district of comebacks, the city of comebacks. And the best way we know to support our businesses is our city is to invest in DC businesses. And this is why, under Mayor Bowser's leadership last year, DSLBD has been able to support her mission and the administration's goal of spending more and more with our local businesses, keeping local dollars local every year. And as I hope everyone in this room knows, that the mayor committed to spending a record-breaking $1 billion this year, $1 billion with small businesses, and we know we're going to meet and exceed those goals. Also in FY22, we committed federal ARPA funds to further the district's sustainable goals by spending $500,000 in our first of its ever kind Food Waste Innovation Grant Program. The deputy mayor was at an event with me recently celebrating this. By working with Compost Cab, LEDC, and partners, we supported 72 businesses, reducing food waste in the district and changing how we think about food waste. So let's give a clap for our environment, for saving money, and for my amazing InnoEd team and the team at DSLBD that are helping make these programs possible. In addition, we were able to push Mayor Bowser's priority of giving our returning citizens the chance to aspire to something great. Yesterday, it was my honor to greet our 7th cohort of the We Aspire program, which is a program for returning citizens to follow their dreams and start businesses in the city. Yeah, you can clap for that. Thanks, Jackie. Yes. It's essential to recognize that our these local residents, because they are an inspiration and their entrepreneurial spirit is a value and something that we need to cherish and focus. They've taken their entrepreneurial spirit to the next level with over, I think, 70 businesses active in the city right now. And we also know that they're hiring returning citizens into their businesses. And thanks to Mayor Bowser's commitment in this year's budget, which I don't know if that was voted yet, but we'll have another $500,000 to support our Aspire program in FY23. So thank you, Mayor Bowser, for that. But let's not forget why we're here at the summit. The Chamber has declared that, that May is Small Business Month. Now, we say that every day is Small Business Day at DSLBD, but we have a lot to celebrate. During Small Business Week, we celebrated our 1-year anniversary of the DC Kiva Hub. And if you don't know what that is, the Kiva Hub is a new form of crowdfunding. So if you're a business out there and you want a little bit of a loan, up to $15,000, and your credit is shot, I won't ask people to raise their hand if their credit's shot, but I'm going to tell this room something because I talk to a lot of businesses. Everybody's credit is shot. But it's okay. It's okay. Because we have solutions for you and help for you. And that is the kind of government that our mayor has. We are here for real people. Well, she wants to pay your bills, but, but we understand that real businesses make real choices and that they need real solutions. And the Kiva Hub is one of those solutions, so definitely check that out for us. Another big highlight for us during this week and something that we want to announce today is that thanks to Mayor Bowser's leadership, we were able to do our first inaugural Equity Impact Enterprise grant for $1.5 million. You see it here up on the board. We're particularly proud of this because we know that we have many types of businesses, and during the pandemic we talk about our retail-facing businesses and the offices, but sometimes the smallest among us, the CBEs that are resident-owned and that are DBEs, they said to us, what about us? And this is a grant that we closed 2 weeks ago, April 22nd, and that we will be, starting funding. The first round will have $1 million out the door this week, and the final $500,000 out within expeditiously, which is $1.5 million that came to us thanks to the fines collected by our compliance team. And Mayor Bowser has given this money to our SBEs across the district. We took and we put it directly into the pockets of small businesses because our compliance team is here when we want to make sure that every dollar stays local. But on the off chance that it doesn't, well, there's ramifications, and Mayor Bowser is an advocate for this. We take that money, but we turn it into the business communities, opportunities. So I want to really commend my team and Mayor Bowser for supporting the EIE fund because it's making a difference in almost 300 businesses across the city. And now, very briefly, for those of you who will say, wait, I missed that, what about me? The deputy mayor's here, so I would be remiss if I didn't say, he says it every place. Everyone here should already know what the website is. All right, Deputy Mayor, they've been listening. Obviously.dc.gov. And so we have a variety of sources and the resources in the Bowser administration. Now, as the director of DSLBD, I'm going to say something that nobody wants to hear. It's not really realistic to think you're going to build and grow your businesses eventually entirely on grant money. So, you need sales, you need access to capital. But in the interim, obviously DC.com has millions and millions of dollars of opportunity because this mayor understands the environment we live in. So while you're building your sales revenue, while you're rebuilding your credit, go to obviously.dc.com because this mayor and this administration understands that businesses need the resources and they need them now. And so with that, I want to say the best honor of the morning for me is getting to introduce my boss's boss, the soon-to-be mayor of the first state, the 51st state, the woman who got us through COVID, the woman who is making sure we're housing people in an affordable way, the woman who understands enough to support our businesses by putting a former business owner at this helm, our mayor, Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, good afternoon, DC Chamber. Please, please, please enjoy your lunch. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I want to thank Director Whitfield for that lovely introduction. I also want to acknowledge all of the leadership at the Chamber, Dr. Rudd, Angela, and all the members of the board. I also want to recognize DC businesses. Give yourselves a round of applause. It has been an interesting 2 years, hasn't it? But because we have been able to work together to stay focused on how we bring our city through a global pandemic, political uncertainty, uncertain economic times, that has totally transformed the way we live and work in the city. We've been able to do that because DC residents and businesses made a lot of sacrifices, followed public health advice, got vaccinated, got boosted, and got back to work. So give yourselves another round of applause. I was very pleased as I was coming in. I was looking at some news articles, and one of our largest employers got a big recognition this week. The Washington Post was recognized with a Pulitzer Prize for their coverage of the events of January the 6th. I'm as excited as I was to hear that news and to read an article about it. there was a little video clip, and the little video clip showed about 1,000 people at work at the Washington Post, and that's what made me really excited. And we are focused. I'm joined by members of my team here, and we're spending every single day making sure the investments that we make get our economy back on track. And what I know for sure is that we can't take it for granted. We went into this pandemic with a very robust economy. We had actually driven down unemployment in Ward 8 to its lowest levels, lower than numbers ever recorded. And we were on our way to getting unemployment numbers below double digits in Ward 8. So we know that we're making the types of investments in jobs. We know that we will make the types of investments with your support in attracting and retaining businesses in Washington, D.C. We know with your help and support, we will contribute and create and restore a balanced business environment in our city that makes it easier for us to attract businesses and even easier for us to retain businesses. So we count on the 70,000 small businesses in D.C. that hire D.C. residents, that pay D.C. taxes, that provide services, and innovate along a big spectrum of activity. We are relying on them to continue to work with us and provide fantastic ideas. There have been, as the director mentioned, a number of grant opportunities that we have put forward and millions of dollars of emergency funds that we put forward as well. I do hope you go to Obviously DC and learn about the Commercial Acquisition Fund, where businesses in DC have already turned their rent payments into growing equity by buying their businesses. I hope you will also look into our $40 million of legacy packages. And I think the council is, of course, voting on it today. It includes a Black homeowners fund to help us increase the number of people who are buying homes in the District of Columbia, but also more legacy initiatives for businesses that have helped grow our city and now want to stay in our city. We're also very focused on how we are ensuring that more people are in our downtown and commercial corridors. We know, as you are experiencing, one of the big things that all of our employers are focused on are how to keep and retain and attract new talent to their businesses, how to manage in this new world of work. I know you're focused on that. We are in D.C. government as well. D.C. government, when we went back, we were one of the largest employer to go back first after the pandemic, during the pandemic last June. And since then, we are learning all different kinds of ways to work. And we will continue to have that exploration in D.C. government and outline for our employees what are the future work requirements in the future work environment. So as you are considering all of these things, we know that we'll get most of our employees back in their offices most of the time, but still some are going to be teleworking and have different teleworking arrangements with their employers. So how do we make up for those people in our downtowns, on our corridors? And we know that the government will be a partner in that, in attracting more festivals, more activities in the downtown, and attracting new employers that are going to bring their employees and conferences and meetings to DC, attracting new employees and residents. We know that some companies are allowing their employers, whether they're on the West Coast or in New York, to live and work anywhere. And we say, why not DC? Or obviously DC. And so we will continue to pitch our city for conferences, business travel, new employees, and new innovations. So again, I wanted to be here to say thank you, to also ask you to continue to work with us. Christy just mentioned that when I started as mayor, we were spending just over $300 million with our CBEs. And last year we spent $1 billion with our CBEs. And you don't have to guess where or how, because every year we publish a green book that lists the opportunities to work with DC government. So keep building your companies and keep working with us, and we will see you all around Washington. Thank you very much.